Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law. Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. All parties raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you, Will. You may be seated. In the matter of Daphne Smith and Paul Bronson versus Ashley Kettling, you're suing for $1,508, I think, for cruise expenses you had to pay.
Correct,
Is that
Your
right?
Honor.
Ms. Smith, I see dark glasses on in the courtroom. Are they prescriptive?
Yes, Your Honor, they are prescription glasses.
Okay. All right. And and Ms. Kettling, you said that you didn't promise them anything. They went on the cruise thinking everything was going to be free.
That's right, Your Honor.
Oh, my goodness. All these people wanting things free. Well, who's going to start this conversation between Ms. Smith and Mr. Bronson?
I'll start it, Your Honor.
Okay, so then, Ms. Smith, I will ask you to take a step back and sit down until I call you. Please. Thank you very much.
Yes, Your Honor.
So tell me about it, Mr. Bronson.
Hello, Your Honor. So we're here today, honestly, to be suing over her, Ms. Ashley. We were friends. We've been friends for about 10 years now, Your Honor. Due to the situation of our timing and the scheduling and whatnot, we've kind of just been like not be able to find time to hang out or do the thing. So we kept in contact, kept in touch. Ashley made an attempt to let us know, like, hey, I would love you guys to join our trip. Come on and join, it'll be fun, we're fine. But like I said, there just hasn't been time for it to happen. So she recently reached out to us back in April and saying, hey, I can give you guys a discount on the cruise. We said, that sounds great. We'll be able to do it for $800 per person. So that was me, myself, Daphne as well. And we said, let's do it, it'll be fun, it'll be good to see you, have fun with her, and whatnot the case may be.
This was on a cruise ship that she was going to be on?
Yes, Your Honor, she was working on, correct.
Okay, what did you do on the cruise ship?
I'm an event planner.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, thank you. I understand you all went to college together?
Yes, ma'am.
And all of you were in theater?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Kettling invited you all on a cruise,
Correct.
on the cruise ship that she was on, and said that you could get a discount at half price?
Correct.
$800 each for the cruise?
Correct.
Okay, so you did that. You paid for the cruise?
Yes.
So what's the problem?
So what the problem was is that during that time we were texting, she was letting us know, like, hey, I'll be able to comp you guys and saying, like, I'll get you guys for the event. So at the time, we didn't know.
I'll comp you guys and?
For the events that were happening on the cruise ship.
Activities?
Yes.
She said she would comp you for activities?
Yes. So
okay.
When she said that, we said, okay, no worries, thank you. So then she reached back out to us, letting us know she was going to be boarding her ship in August. So we reached back out I believe we reached out to her in September, letting her know, like, hey, just make sure everything's okay. I never heard from her. Then we reached out again in October saying, hey, you know, can't wait to see you. She reached out and texted saying, hey, I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope that you guys are making it, have a safe flight. We texted her on October 3rd that we were boarding the ship. She never reached back out to us. So we never heard.
Okay, now let me get this straight, because you're talking fast. You reached out to her August and she didn't return.
Correct.
You reached out to her again in September, she didn't respond.
Correct.
And then you boarded October 3rd.
Correct.
And she still hadn't responded.
She responded to us 2 days before, saying that she looked forward to seeing us and have a safe flight, and that was it.
Okay, when did she say that she will comp you for activities on the ship?
That was in the beginning of the text message after the planning.
I don't know what's the beginning. Tell me when.
In August, we discussed it in August about options that they had available to them.
Okay, so I know you discussed the options. You're saying that at that same time, she told you that she would comp you for the activities on the ship.
Correct.
And you could come on the ship for half the cost.
Correct.
Well, I read in the brief that she said that I will try to comp you for the activities, select the ones you want and let me know.
Correct. And so we selected the ones that we were going to do, but we never heard from her during that time, Your Honor.
Okay. So after you selected the activities that you wanted, you didn't get a response back?
Correct.
Okay. Go on.
So we boarded the ship. On October 3rd, we sent her a message saying, hey, you know, we're gonna be going to the bar. Are you gonna be free to come see us? We didn't hear from her. Day 2, we got to Key West, which was amazing and beautiful. Day 4 was C Day, and we were kind of just like, okay, so we did a spa day, and then we got our nails done. And once again, we still not heard from the defendant, Ashley.
So this spa day and nails were your activities?
Correct.
And what did you do?
At least to our knowledge, it was considered activity for us to do, yes.
What did you do on the 4th?
The 4th day was the Bahamas that day.
So you didn't do an activity?
The Bahamas that day, we went skydiving that day. So did excursion on that day, yes, Your Honor.
Now that would also be...
Considered an activity, yes.
That's considered an activity on the ship, even though it's...
Off the ship, but technically when you did the package...
But you pay for it on the ship.
Correct.
Got you.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
Those who I had relationships with on the cruise line to get those complimentary and discounted activities. But as you found out, I was fired.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Daphne Smith and Paul Bronson, who are suing Ashley Kettling for breach of contract.
So on day 4, we ended up going to one of her colleagues and it's like, hey, do you know where we can find Ashley, or you seen Ashley, or you know, is there where we can get contact with Ashley? He was like, it's like, I think you should get in contact with her because she's not on the ship.
Oh.
And we were confused and kind of shocked, like, wait, why are you not on the ship? And I'm like, girl, like, why is she not on the ship? Like, we've been here for 4 days, there's nothing, no communication, there's nothing, so we're kind of like at loss.
And that was your first indication that she wasn't on the ship?
Yes, Your Honor, it was.
Okay.
Right after we got off the ship, after we disembarked on the ship, we got a message from her letting us know that she was fired from her job.
Okay. Now, do you want to add anything to that, Miss Smith? You can step forward now. Would you like to add anything to what he said?
I do not think there is anything more to add to what Bronson has already declared.
But you want to add something else?
I think it's just ought to be considered that, you know, I personally thought even the bar crawl was going to be comped because she had us believe, you know, she would work.
Why did you think everything was going to be comped? Is that these text messages that made you believe that? Now it's time for me to read them. Okay, there are a lot of great options. If you can, I'd go to the spa. It's fantastic. I'd make it to the shows. The best is acrobats. I can get you guys comped events. But now that didn't say that was a comped event. Oh my God, that would be great. Then just got on the ship. See y'all in a few weeks. That was before you got on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then you boarding, fly safe. I'll be in rehearsals, da-da-da-da. Okay, on board. I still don't see anything on this before you boarded that says what she would comp you for. She just says, I can get you guys comped events. But there is nothing in these text messages that you gave me that says what comped events she could get or would get. She just says there are a lot of great options. She's telling you how good the spa is. She said, go to the shows, acrobats, and I can get you comped events. It didn't say, I have gotten them, I will get them. Now you said in your testimony that she told you to choose which ones you wanted and to let her know.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is that text? Was that in the text message?
No, that wasn't in the text message, Your Honor.
That was just a telephone call. Where did you have proof that you chose events that you wanted to go to and told her?
We based it off the events that she suggested for us, and then we just did
Well,
those.
the ones I read that she suggested was the spa, acrobat, and the shows. You have something else there?
No, Your Honor, besides the ones that we thought, like I said, we thought
I know,
were
but you said this is the one she suggested. Where? What are they? You have anything else there in writing?
No, just
than what you gave me?
Just the comping of the massaging, the nails,
I
and
don't
scuba diving.
have anything that says I'll comp that. I have something that says I suggest you go to these things and I can get you comped events.
Honestly, I thought she would just go take care of us and be free.
Oh, but that's what I'm asking you. This is what you're presenting to me, right?
Correct.
Okay, nothing more.
Not at the moment.
Okay, now, Miss Smith, one more time. You have anything else? You want to add?
Well, even though she didn't outright stated that she would get us comped, she implied that it would be comped. And
She says, I can get you, which means I have the ability to do so. This is not necessarily saying, and I have done so.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now let me hear you, Miss Kettling.
So
Did you lead these people on to believe that you were going to comp all of their events on the ship?
no, Your Honor, I never made any promises. And as you pointed out,
Well, you did say I can get you comped events.
I also said, if you can.
You said what?
I was purely suggesting things to them, letting them know, because he mentioned that he was excited, and I just wanted to let him know, like, what was
Okay. You said there are a lot
available.
of great options. If you can, comma.
Right.
I'd go to the spa. It's fantastic.
Right.
Make it to the shows. The best is the acrobats. I can get you guys comped events.
Yes.
So you told them you could get them comped events, but you never said what events you could get comped.
That's true. I was willing to speak because I don't have a lot of power as an event planner. So I was willing to just speak with those who I had relationships with on the cruise line to get those complimentary and discounted activities. But as you found out, I was fired. So how can I get anything comped if I'm not even on payroll? I don't feel liable at all.
When did you get fired?
The day they boarded.
Okay, so if you got fired the day they boarded, why couldn't you have sent them a text that says, I am not on the ship?
To be honest, everything was just, I was distraught.
I was about to say, just say you were totally embarrassed.
I was absolutely humiliated. I didn't even realize that I was breaking protocol because he was my coworker. I did not know that he was my
What do
subordinate.
you mean you don't
Oh,
realize
she don't know
you
the
were breaking
story.
protocol?
So,
What'd you do?
She's not with her
so
coworker.
he was my coworker, and as he shared, we did sleep together. And
No, I didn't hear any of that. So start over.
well, he said I got fired over a man. So
Okay, that's what he said. Now you told us why.
Coming up,
Let's just be honest and tell it like it is.
that sea air, and what can I say? He looked good in those shorts.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Daphne Smith and Paul Bronson, who are suing Ashley Kettling for breach of contract.
You slept with the man on the ship.
Yes,
That
and
was one of your colleagues.
yes. The
But
only
he
issue
was
was
a
that he was a
subordinate?
subordinate. Yes, and that was an honest mistake. I was not aware of that. I would not have crossed that line because I enjoy my job a lot. I really do.
Now you not sit up here and tell me there was an honest mistake that you slept with a subordinate on the ship, and you weren't aware that that was an issue with all of the issues of dealing with subordinates in the workplace that's been litigated ad infinitum in the last few years in our country. Don't you tell me you weren't aware of that.
I appreciate
You just
that,
didn't
but
think
I
about it.
really. Okay, Your Honor.
Yeah, your body overruled. Your body got the best of you and overruled your thoughts.
He was fine, Your Honor.
Let's just be honest and tell it like it is.
That sea air, and what can I say? He looked good in those shorts, but
So you're gonna leave the part out you having a boyfriend too, then, right?
stop telling my business.
I am not having crosstalk between the two of you, so we're not having that. So you got fired on the day that they were to board, and you were aware that it was October 3rd that they were boarding, and they were texting you. So they didn't take your phone from you when you got fired, right?
Well, while that is true, Your Honor, I really didn't feel that that was my priority at the time. I had already provided discounted tickets to them. I honestly needed to get home, and I needed to find a way home.
So just say I forgot all about them and their issues because now you in another state of mind.
Yes.
Coming up,
It's just the way we communicate. Our correspondence always, resolved in, we didn't really have like a definite, now we have this signed in contract.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Daphne Smith and Paul Bronson, who are suing Ashley Kettling for breach of contract.
And you didn't get them any comped events.
I couldn't. I could
Okay.
not.
And you didn't communicate with them until 4 days later?
You know, the Wi-Fi is really spotty on cruise lines, so
It is.
I didn't think that I would be able to communicate clearly with that spotty Wi-Fi. So I just
So you didn't see her day 1 on the ship, right?
No.
No, Your
You
Honor.
didn't see her day 2.
Nope.
She didn't respond to your text.
Nope.
She never responded to your text that say when you were talking about the activities that you would like, right?
Correct.
So that means she hadn't confirmed that they would be comped. So when you gave your credit card on that ship, which
Well,
you have to
technically,
do,
sorry to cut you off, Your Honor. We have to give our credit card in advance. in
I
order to
know,
book
when you
all
gave
our
your
activities.
credit card, what you have to do,
Correct.
that credit card says is to be used for activities on the ship, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you not given them a credit card, you just wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Well, we wouldn't have been able to get on the ship at all.
Yeah, because they weren't gonna let you get off and rip them off.
Yeah.
So they make sure. 'Cause
Yeah,
if
you have to
didn't do
pay
a
for your
credit
ticket
card,
in advance.
right.
Correct.
But you haven't proved to me that she promised anything other than the tickets.
Your Honor,
Yes.
we've been friends since college.
Is that okay? You're still friends, but she couldn't do it.
Yes, Your Honor. It's just the way we communicate. Our correspondence always, resolved in, we didn't really have like a definite, oh, now we have this signed in contract. It's like, oh my God, that would be great. And we have an understanding that meant, we have an agreement now.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
At this point, we were both just too excited.
I
And to
know
be
you were
honest-
so excited you didn't figure out everything, and you didn't count up your money, and you didn't count up the costs. Now, if you were kids talking about I'd never been on a ship before, and I thought everything was free, like the first year I took my kids to a hotel and they kept opening that refrigerator in that room and drinking it. Now, if you're a little kid and you go into a hotel room and see the refrigerator and see all the stuff in there and you start drinking it, you don't know that it's not free. But as adults, you know there's not too many things in life that's free. And especially when you give somebody your credit card, you have to know what you have to pay for. So, lesson learned,
Yes, Your Honor.
but you got to pay the bill.
Yes,
I cannot. And even if she had said she would get you comped things and she tried and couldn't get them, until she confirms that it's comped, it's not comped. Just live within your means, live within your budget. You learned a lesson. As my dad said, it was a bought lesson, is a good taught lesson. Amen. So, judgment for the defendant.
thank you.
All
you, Ryan.
rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I'm really glad that I found out that you're not my friends. It's sad that it had to happen this way, but so be it.
If that's all, then gather your things and your legs are behind you.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.